Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy June. I am so glad to be back filming. I think I told you guys in April that May was gonna be pretty much a extremely busy month for me, and May did not disappoint. Everything from traveling to Jamaica, girls trip, my son's graduation, prom, my daughter's sweet 16, bank theft, death in family, just so much has happened. But again, life as it is, right? But what has not changed is that I still have a love for makeup, and obviously you do too, because you are back here at this channel. So thank you again so much for coming back to visit my channel. And if this is your first time, then welcome. So I will hop right into it. This is going to be obviously a foundation video. I have picked up so many new foundations that when I look back over my videos and things like that, most of my views come from foundation reviews. And I'm okay with that, because I used to be the same way when I first started out. I'm like, what fits? You know, what's my summer shade? What's my winter shade? Am I combination oily? Like, am I dry? My skin's getting older, so now I don't know what it is. So just trying to figure out what works. Do I need an expensive foundation? Can I just get one from Walgreens or CVS? Does it work the same? You know, all these questions you really don't know. So you just hunt around until you find someone's channel that, you know, they kind of look like you, the skin tone kind of matches, and just kind of see what they think. So that is why you're here. So again, I really appreciate you guys stopping in. My skin is telling the tale from May. Like, my skin is telling the tale. I'll get closer. Mainly here, I've got like chin breakouts right around my jawline. It's just, yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, we do something updating my hair too, because it's kind of, I don't know, that's a whole other video. But yeah, this is my order cheeks, and I did purchase this with my own money. I'm not on PR, but Mented me. Okay, so inside it comes like this. Get a little card from the Mented team and the foundation. Oh, and you even get a little sample pack, so you can kind of try different ones out, which I think that's really cool. So this came included in the pack. And again, this is going to be a first impression, so I have not even opened it. Oh, I like the packaging. I really like the packaging. It's like really smooth. And I picked the color M10, so it is a stick foundation. It's really smooth. Let's see how much you get in there. That's the amount of product you get. It's a ½ ounce, 0.53 ounces. So that is the stick. If I compare, what is this? This was the Black Radiance foundation. And I'll link that card somewhere if you want to see how this one turned out. But you can kind of see the amount. So this one, which is Black Radiance, is 0.25. You can kind of see, I've used this one time, so you can kind of see the difference in the amount that you get. I mean, actually the color is similar too, so I have high hopes for this. High hopes for this. Okay, so let's talk about what this is described as. They did use one of my images. Someone told me about it. And I remember, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, they used this image here on one of their ads, but I can't remember. I don't remember. Somebody told me about it anyway. I saw it and I was like, oh, okay. Because you know, you tag your pictures and things like that. So I thought that was kind of cute. Or whatever. Let's just see what this is described as, because I want to make sure that I am being extremely thorough when it comes to this foundation. Okay, so it says our ultra hydrating formula is lightweight and buildable, giving you the coverage you need with the natural finish. So they do have a shade finder, and I was correct. They do have 16 shades, and you do get the 16 shade sample pack, and it is and you can get free exchanges. So it's vegan, hypoallergenic, dermatologist tested, and it is cruelty free. And they also, like I said, they do have a shade finder on here, so you can find your match. Now let's just get into it. M10. Now you guys know that my face and my neck are two different shades, so I usually will match my foundation to my face, to my chest. So if I do this, see what happens. Oh my God. Look at that. Like, look at that. That is perfect. Okay. I'm so excited. Okay. Oh, take that off. I guess I need to go ahead and prime my skin first. I'm just about to go right in. So let me prime my skin first. What am I gonna use? Same thing I always prime with. I'm going to use my Too Faced Hangover Primer. I'm excited about this. Wow, I have so much primer on my face, but I don't know. But I am excited about this. And then I'm going to go in with my Cover FX Blurring Primer, because I do have large pores. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm excited. And again, if I hadn't mentioned it, Mented Cosmetics is a Black-owned makeup brand owned by two African-American females, so you definitely want to support. I have used their lipsticks, which are amazing. I will more than likely use it in this video to go along with it. So yeah. The older I get, like I have a line running straight down the middle of my forehead, and this seems to kind of help it. Like, ooh. Ooh. Let's see how well this. Feels like really pretty. I mean, look at that comparison to my neck. Oh my God. Oh, it goes on really smooth. That looks like an amazing color. Oh my God. Yes. I'm going to put on the screen somewhere what this M10 is described as. And then that way it'll help you kind of know your shade. I think that this is pretty good. Let's see. Like the color is great. Now I want to see what the coverage is like, because that's just one layer. Just one layer. Okay, so with one layer, you can see that it did cover. It's not a full coverage, it doesn't appear to be, but it did say that it was buildable. So let's go ahead and try. It is skin-like, like it is definitely skin-like. It does not feel like I have like a mask or anything like that on. So like here, I'm wondering if it'll cover that. I mean, it definitely is a lighter finish. So I guess in one of these cases you put it where you need it. Right. And I'm using the Morphe M439 brush. And here I am just tapping to the skin. Okay. This method of adding this foundation seems to work better with just like stippling rather than like swirling. The stipple seems to cover better. Yeah, the stipple. Yeah, this is definitely skin-like. I mean, man, look at that. Wow. What do you guys think? This is very skin-like, like, oh my gosh. Yeah, this definitely, I see why they call this skin. I see why they call this skin. Look at that. Okay, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so I'm going to set with a light powder, and to do that I'm going to set with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finished, and I'm using the shade Dark Deep. It's a light setting powder. Okay, track the time that I put this on. Yeah. Yeah. Very skin-like. So with this being so skin-like, if you have like a lot of hyperpigmentation, dark marks, you may want to do a little color correcting, because it's not full coverage, but it is definitely it's definitely buildable coverage. It is buildable. How buildable, you know, you have to work at it and get it to your liking. But I'm just impressed that they did come out with foundation, because we all know how hard it is to come out with foundations that's gonna match. And I have kind of like a goldeny, sometimes pinky-ish. If it's too yellow, I see it. Neutral undertone sometimes. So I mean, that's just fluid, right? That is fluid. Oh man. So I am going to go ahead and finish my makeup off camera, and then I will come back and give you my final thoughts. Okay guys, this is the final look. I've actually been wearing this for a couple of hours, and although I think the finish is very pretty, let me get closer, you can see it with the makeup. Nothing moved around as I contoured and things. I do have a shirt on, it's just kind of like off the shoulder. My only issue with this is that I'm oily, and it seems to get oily fairly quickly. So I've had to reset this several times in the few hours that I've had it on, just to keep it looking fresh. So, but if you're not like an avid foundation wearer, I think you would really like this, especially if you don't need a lot of coverage and you just kind of want something that's going to smooth your skin out. I think this would be great, especially if you have like dry to normal skin. I also think this would be great for you. But if you're like really oily like I am, you're going to have to make sure that you set this prior to adding the foundation. Maybe do the powder method, where you put the powder on before the foundation, and then obviously set it again afterwards. I did that on a previous video, and let's just say the reception was like, well, you shouldn't have done this, you shouldn't have done that. Anyway, like I said, I did that on a previous video, and I think I'm glad the way I did it this way, only because that way you can kind of see truly how this foundation performs. So again, I think it's a, look at that. I mean, whew. I think it's a perfect match, and it wears nicely, but I am oily, and I would have to do a little bit more to make it so that it is long lasting. So it's only been a few hours, so I don't know how it would wear after say 8 or 9 hours. I don't know. But yeah, you're gonna need to kind of spackle it to your face if you plan on wearing it all day, if you are oily. So that is my recommendation. As far as my, oh, you know what? I did use their lipstick, and I want to say I used the shade, I can never find anything. I used the shade Peach Please on my lips. Real pretty. Love their lipsticks. Love, love, love. And then I also used, for the colors on my eyes, I used this Juvia's Place palette, and this is the Magic Mini palette by Juvia's Place. So I thought this was really pretty, and my inspiration came from this little number, off the shoulder number that I picked up from Rainbow. I will try to insert a picture somewhere so that you kind of see how the whole outfit looks. It's super cheap. I mean, who doesn't like a cheap going out outfit? Anywho, as always, thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel. And again, like I said, I'll be doing more foundation, so make sure that you stay tuned for more foundation tutorials. All right, see you later.